Good morning, good morning. I'd like to welcome you all to the new Riverside Barn. It is officially open. We've had a couple town events in here, but we're excited for our public events to begin happening. But I want to thank you here to celebrate the opening of this project that's been years in the making. The town bought this property back in 2018. We actually had a charrette shortly thereafter to get input from the community to make sure that what was coming out here matched what the community wanted and what their vision was. Being this is 37 acres, it is our largest park that we have in the town and is not quite complete. I'll talk a little bit at the end about some of the things that are coming in the future. But so far, we were able to open in the fall last year our park side of it with the playground, the restrooms, and some of the pavilions over there. And we're happy to open the 2,700 square foot barn facility that we have here that can be used for an event space. We've put a lot of thought and effort to go in to make sure that it can be used for a variety of events, be set up numerous ways, that it has a kitchen that can support everything that's going on, but we wanted to make sure that it was an asset for our community as we continue to get amenities on the west side of town over here that is growing so fast. I want to welcome everybody who's here. We'll recognize some of the people that have contributed to the construction of this facility shortly, but I want to bring up Mayor Toomer and let him make some remarks, and then we'll continue forward.
Thank you, Stephen. I've got a whole page of remarks here, but it's not my style. I just want to say welcome, everyone. Thanks for coming out and supporting this. I want to go back in time a little bit since Mayor Sokolo's here and talk about when the opportunity came to us to purchase this property. I can remember, I don't remember the date, but I can remember the glow on all of our faces. And I remember personally saying, we need to jump on this now, quickly. Do we have enough money? Can we buy it? Fortunately, we did. Everyone knew, every one of our council, and I'm speaking on behalf of everybody, so if I say I at all, please excuse that. Everyone on council at that time and everyone on council now totally supported this project. Everyone realized how most of our people out here really had nothing to do. You know, no parks or just quality of life other than driving into Old Town. And as we have, for the last 20 years, pushed to build more parks in Old Town, this was always a dream. To look at it now, I did not have this vision. This is way nicer, fancier, more beautiful than I think any of us even envisioned. Many players from the beginning of it till now, and lots of work still going on. But I want to mention one thing. When we started talking about developing this, we started getting some preliminary numbers, and they were pretty scary. You know, I can remember the $15 million. So where in the world are we going to get $15 million? I do remember saying, and like I said, everyone agreed with me, so we need to figure out where we can find this money and build this park now or as soon as possible, instead of waiting 5 years, 10 years down the road where we actually save up the money and we can do it, because the cost by then would be double what that 15 million was at that time. And I want to thank Chris Forrester. He's our finance guru. And it's pretty amazing. We tasked him with trying to figure out where we could get the money, how we could do it, and within a month or two or three or whatever the timeline was, he says, we got it, no problem. So that's when we started thinking about design and all that, and you see what we've got today. It's a joint effort, all of council, all of our staff. I just couldn't be prouder to look around here and say, wow, this is our taxpayers' money, and we're putting our money where our mouth is, and have been for a long time. So I just want to say that on behalf of council, I'm very, very proud that this is here for everyone to use, enjoy it, and keep supporting us, and we will keep supporting you. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor. Thank you for everyone being here today to help us celebrate the grand opening of the new Riverside Barn. It's completed and we're happy to see everybody here today. We knew as soon as the reservation opened up for this space that it was very clear that this was going to fill a very important need on this side of town for our community. This barn space actually offers many different things, and as you get to tour around today, I hope you'll notice we have indoor and outdoor space, we have a music pavilion, we have a really nice dressing room, a full catering kitchen that can support anything that any event wouldn't need to be here. When we opened up the reservations, we knew that it was going to be a fast and furious time for us to be booking. As of now, for our first event, it opens on February 28th. We have a party here, and then almost every weekend after that until the end of 2026 is booked. So we have over 70 reservations right now, so we're really excited about that. And some of the reservations that you're going to see here will be wedding receptions, milestone birthdays. We have some quinceañeras. We have all sorts of corporate events that are planned for this area, senior proms as well. The citizens in this part of the town are very excited to have a venue like this out here in this area, and so it has been very well received. And I'd like to give a special thanks to our colleague, Brian Osborne, who is the project manager who got us to where we are today. Brian, thank you so much for your customer service, for the events and venue staff that we were trying to navigate reservations and accommodate the public during construction, and they had so many questions, and you were so kind and courteous to us as we blew up your phone with emails and questions, and we thank you so much. We wouldn't have been able to get here today with the number of reservations without you and without your customer service for us. We really appreciate it. And also, Matt Holmes with 221B Studios did a really comprehensive video for us, which really served an important purpose when we couldn't bring the general public in here because it was still in a construction zone. He did a beautiful video that we put on the website and really helped accommodate the general public to be able to see the reservations that they were going to be able to book. So we are very thankful for him. As we look forward into the future of what the town will be doing out here, we've got several events already planned. We have movie nights, we have concert series, we have a Bunny Bonanza coming up for Easter holiday. We're looking forward to doing our Independence Day 5K out here that's usually in Old Town, so that's something new and exciting. We also have possibly a Christmas market coming in this direction and some other holiday programming that we're excited to have on the books, and so that information will be coming out soon as the plans are finalized. So now our Pat Rooney, who actually helped us get here to where we are today, he is the Town Capital Improvement Program Manager. He's going to come up and thank the contractors and the vendors. So welcome, Pat.
Thanks, Lindy. First, I'd like to recognize the design consultants that created the vision for this wonderful park. First off is Court Atkins Group, the architectural design services for all the structures. They designed everything out here so far, vertical construction, especially the unbelievable conversion of this falling down barn to what you see here today. It's really a wonderful first-class event venue. Thanks to James Atkins, I saw him here earlier, Annette Lipper and Andy Harper for their contributions. Raise your hand if you're out there. I saw, there they are, the Court Atkins Design Group. Secondly, I'd like to thank Thomas & Hunt Engineering. They were the civil engineering consultants for this project. They were here from the beginning. They did the team of Mike Hughes, J.P. Moore, and Trey Waldron designed all of the infrastructure for the project, including permitting and construction observation. I'd like to recognize, is J.P. Moore is here. Is anybody else from Thomas & Hutton? Thank you. Thank you. Wonderful job. And then lastly, I'd like to recognize Wooden Partners. They developed the overall master plan for the park and designed all the landscape and hardscape features. So the team of Trey Griffin, Kyle Theodore, David McAllister, and Chandler Corsino did a wonderful job on this project. Raise your hands, please. So David must be back in the office paying the bills, I guess. So they created the vision for this park, and then we needed a contractor that had the ability to build all of those different disciplines at one time and can manage the whole project. And we were fortunate to get Nick's Construction Company to do the work here out of the park. Thanks to the owner, Joe Nix, and President Eric Hoover for shepherding this project over the last 2 years. A special thanks to Jamie Ethington, who served as the day-to-day superintendent, who kind of managed all the subs and all of the work to keep this project moving forward. So anybody from Nick's Construction? Okay. We also need to thank the many vendors and trades who supported this project. Nick's gave me a long list of subcontractors and suppliers, so I'm going to read them off, if you don't mind, to get through this quickly. Keith Abel with Builders First Source for supplying all the construction materials. Dustin Mock of Mock Electric. Steve Kelly with KK Plumbing. Dave Miller with Superior Heating and Air. Brian Rebels with Champion Fire Protection. Now I have one name down here for the greenery, but I see they have a whole table here. So I have Rick Soteropoulos for the greenery, for the landscape and irrigation installation. They were out here yesterday cleaning up the site. I must have seen about 5 trucks and 15 or 16 people cleaning up the site. So it really looked good. Thank you for your good job. Jason Schulte with, I'm sorry, it's a long list. We'll get through it. Jason Schulte with 278 Floors for the epoxy flooring. TJ Anderson with Lennox Spray Foam. Keith Evans with Southern Drywall. Natalia Rivera was the flooring contractor. Manny Ramirez with Proline Painting. David Marino, the masonry contractor responsible for all the brickwork. Chris Purvis of Keystone Roofing Systems. Patrick Walsh with Walsh Custom Services and Countertops. Sean Congleton, the sign design, that designed all the signage for the project. Robert DeLeo with Island Restaurant Kitchens for the commercial kitchen installation. Brandon Bailey with Sharp USA for the audiovisual work and equipment. It all works. And finally, Clay Lucas with Carolina Low Voltage for setting up the Wi-Fi, fiber cameras, and security for the project. So I may have missed someone here, and I apologize for that, but thanks for everyone that worked on this project.
Hey, Pat, not to interrupt, I apologize. You may be on your list, but I would be remiss if I didn't bring up Don with that.
I was about to say the exact same thing.
Yes, yes.
John passed away last year, but John did all the site work, he did all the utilities, underground and civil, and honestly, he was one of the key players that made the budget happen, so thank you, John.
Yes. So anyways, with that, I'd like to turn it back over to Town Manager Stephen Cease for final remarks.
So before I give final remarks and we cut the ribbon, I want to make sure and give council a chance. I know we have our council here. If anybody didn't want to come up and say a word or anything, we always like to give you a chance.
Why are you here today? What's going on? I couldn't even find a parking spot. But I'd like to give recognition to Lisa Sulko. Would you please stand? I'm giving her recognition because she also was helping to get this to where we are today. She was one of the council members or the mayor that really put her heart into it as well. And I don't think it's fair not to give her some credit. But and then I'm gonna speak for Bridget and Dan so they won't waste more time. Thank y'all for coming.
I'll be brief, Fred.
3 minutes.
3 minutes, yeah. I just want to say, and I was talking to Pat about this a moment ago, I think one of the things that I'm most proud of about our councils, prior and past, is we have learned a long time ago, and I remember the words that Mayor Riley said at one of the conferences we had attended. And you know, if you remember, he was known as the country's mayor. He just was known as the mayor, America's mayor. But he told us, he said, give your citizens quality, don't give them quantity, give them quality. So everything that the town of Bluffton tries to do, we do it to the best of our ability. Thank God we've had funding to be able to do what we need to do, but we try to give everybody quality. And so when our citizens come to these parks, we hear about it. All of council hears about it. And so we're proud of it. And I just want to say thank you for being here today. Bridget?
Good job, Dan. That's surprising that he did not take his 3 minutes. But yeah, echoing everything that had already been said, truly this is a beautiful project from inside to outside, and I love when we get a chance to come to the realization of these projects, because it's a reminder of community really at work, because it takes many people and many hands from the inception of Lisa's admission and getting the property to the finance person making it possible, all the laborers who also brought it to life, and the council and staff members who had the wherewithal to see it come to fruition. It's absolutely beautiful to see, and grateful that our community has another amenity in this area to enjoy, and a part of all of our mission in keeping Bluftonians in Bluffton and not have to venture out as much to be able to enjoy their quality of life. So thank you again to everybody on this project, and looking forward to see it come to life.
There we go. So I think what you heard from council, from Pat, from Lindy, from everybody that's spoken is really a key word there is partnerships. It started with the vision when we purchased the property. You heard that with council as well as former Mayor Solka. It also took partners, as we heard, with all the developers, all the contractors, the staff that was involved, the financing that was involved, to get from what was, when we had the charrette out here, was 4 blank walls and dirt on the floor and a half open field out here to what is here today. And it's exciting to see that transformation over the last really 5 years of really 3-4 years of construction, to see it transform into an amenity that is going to serve the community for decades to come and for hopefully future generations. With that, we're still working on this park out here. So we have some phase 2 projects that are coming shortly. The trails that we have will extend. We've only developed about half of the property for trails. We will continue to expand those. You'll see some clearing taking place here probably in the next couple of weeks, where we're going to be installing an 18-hole Frisbee golf course out here to be the first one that we have in the town. And then after that, you'll notice that there's a pavilion going on out there. It will be finishing up shortly, so it can be tied into the use of the park out here and allow us to have some bigger events that we've been envisioning for years, mostly around like some concerts where we can have an open lawn and actually have some bigger events that the town can put on and allow bigger events to be held by the community. So all that is to say, the reason we're all here today is the partnerships that got us here, the people that were involved to make it a vision, to bring it to reality. So as we wrap up, I want to say thank you to everybody with the town, to council, to the community, to the partners that have been involved to get this to where it is. And that's why we wanted to share this ribbon cutting today with everybody. And we want to make sure that everybody has a chance to see the facility. So once we're done cutting the ribbon, please tour. There's coffee, there's some, I think some snacks in the back. Staff will be around, we'll be happy to answer questions, talk about anything that you want to know. But so we're excited to officially ribbon cut this and get started. So if I can get council and town staff and whoever wants to be a part, and then we'll probably do some photos with the contractors and everything afterwards. So, but we're going to do it up here so we don't have to go out in the cold.
3, 2, 1.
Welcome back to another Beaufort County Reports. We are here at the new Riverside Barn. I'm here with Mayor Larry Toomer. Mayor, this is a really nice day out here. It's a little chilly, but we were indoors, so nothing too much we couldn't handle. Talk a little bit about what this facility is.
Well, the barn part of this is just a small segment of this 37-acre park. This will be a venue for weddings, for parties, family reunions, just an array of different events that people want to have a nice facility, to a nice amenity. This is a beautiful addition to our new Riverside Park.
I really was impressed with it. How did the idea for this come about?
Well, originally, when we first had the opportunity, the town had an opportunity to purchase this property. We knew immediately we needed to pounce. We needed to do it immediately, and we did. And from there, the vision started. We had people that lived here. We did like a charrette and let people come in and tell us what they wanted, what they needed, what they would like to see here. And, it was just a lot of planning, and the vision is pretty clear. We all had the same vision, but never did I think that it would ever turn out to be as nice as what we're looking at today. And I'm extremely proud of council for the support and all of the staff and everyone involved to bring this to our residents.
And you talked about how this is a place that people can have weddings, they can have parties, they can have, retirement parties, all kinds of things. What's the process for people to be able to rent this out?
Well, they just need to contact the town, and there's a process to follow through. And booking, I think there's 70 bookings already just for the remainder of this year on the weekends. I think they're all taken already. So you better plan ahead if you want this facility, because everybody does.
Now, do you have to be a resident of the town of Bluffton, or can people from outside come in and rent?
Right. The fees are different from non-residents, but you can rent if you're from out of town, sure.
And I mean, I think anybody would love to come here. Bluffton, just such a great place. So many great, there's been a lot of great famous weddings in Bluffton, and I think this is a venue that could house some even more great ones.
I'm sure. And we're not done out here. The barn, this facility is completed now and ready for parties or weddings or whatever. But we still have a lot more that we're going to do on the park as far as trails and more improvements. So come and check it out.
Sounds like there's a lot of great things coming to Bluffton. Bluffton already a great place to live, work, and play, and we are excited to continue to see how it grows. Well, thank you, Mayor, for stopping by, and we hope to see you again soon.
It's my pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you. And we're back with Beaufort County Reports. I'm here with Lisa Salka, the former mayor of Bluffton. And Lisa, it's a really great day, a little chilly out here, but such a beautiful venue, and it was such a great crowd today.
It was fabulous to come post-mayor to see and support this council and mayor, and to be so proud. I mean, all you have to do is do a 360 and see that with progress and growth comes a beautiful place where these residents can spend their time.
So now, you were mayor when this whole concept began, right?
Yes, yeah. It was back probably 17, 18, right around there. Everyone knew this land because of the barn, because it had New Riverside across it. It was like a billboard for the New Riverside and Palmetto Bluff area. And there was a lot of behind-the-scenes work with the county and even the state to possibly turn this into condos. Mm-hmm. And Dan Wood was on council, Larry. We had a great council. We had a wonderful town manager, Mark Orlando. I've got to give him credit. Really worked with Palmetto Bluff for us to purchase this. So it was just, no one disagreed. We just disagreed really on how fast we can build it out. And that was actually Mayor Toomer at the time said, let's finance and do the whole thing at one time. So yeah, it's 18.
That is hard to believe. And I know y'all had big ambitions. Did you really imagine it would turn out to be this incredible?
No, absolutely not. Now, I do want to say, I grew up on a farm. This was a bougie barn. This was not a falling down barn. There were beams and pine. And I mean, Palmetto Bluff knows how to build a barn. So I'd like to take those who thought this was a teardown to my little town, and I'll show them some barns. But no, I never expected the kitchen. I kind of expected this, but after it was cleared and it's built, I just have no words. And I think our staff is so creative, and I got to call out Pat Rooney's thumbprint is on every inch of this with his staff. And I come here days and just sit and look.
I can imagine. I mean, this is just such a great place. How's it feel to know, like, even after your time as mayor is over, that Bluffton is still growing, still finding a way to become even better and better?
Yeah, we are growing, but Governor McMaster said the whole state is growing. 80,000 new people moved here last year in our state. So I know I moved here in 91 where there was one of everything, including the size of Bluffton. I was happy, but I am so happy at the intellect and the service that all of these residents are providing to this town, and we would not have this without growth. So you got to balance it, and there's more to come. This council is amazing at looking at helping quality in areas of growth, and this is the largest growth area in probably the county.
Absolutely. I mean, it's been amazing, even the short time I've been here, to see what has come, and it really is awesome to come out here and just see what the community can do. Well, Ms. we thank you for coming by, and we just really appreciate it.
Well, and we want you to live here. You're our average age.
All right.
And I'm hanging with it, 38, even though I know it's growing. So you move here.
All right, I will make that plan.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. And we are here with Bluffton Town Manager Steven Steese, and we're just enjoying this great day at New Riverside Barn. Talk a little bit about how this project came together.
So this project came together. It started about 7 years ago with the town having an opportunity to purchase this land. And so when the opportunity came up, our council saw a vision and the future of all the growth that's coming out this way and the need to have amenities on this side of this area of town for our residents. So we purchased the land. COVID slowed us down a little bit, but we actually had a charrette out here, brought the residents in from the community, helped them build the vision of what we wanted to design and get here for the community. And we've been able over about the last three and a half years to bring that vision to reality through a lot of partnerships and some funding. But between our council, between staff, between the developers we were able to get, the contractors, we've put a great team together to be able to get this amenity out here.
Everything I've heard today talks about how much Bluffton has wanted this, and I think that was evident by the crowd that came today and the fact that there's already over 70 bookings for this. Is that the case?
Yeah, so we opened it up 1st of January, and by the time that we got to February, we've already booked out just about every weekend for the whole year, going into 27. So there's been a pent-up demand for a facility this size that has this quality, and so we were excited to be able to fill that gap and provide this opportunity for residents.
That is amazing. What does it mean for you personally to be able to be a part of something that is just so wanted in this town?
So that's one of the best parts of my job that I enjoy, is taking vision to reality and looking to take something and prepare it for the next generation to use and continue to be a part of the community for decades to come. So it's been immensely exciting and fulfilling for me to take that vision from the design on plans, from the charrette that we had with the residents out here, to take the vision from council and actually see it to fruition so that we opened the park last year, and all we've heard is the number, you come out here on any day and see the number of kids out here playing, people walking, the dogs running, and then now to have this amenity and to continue to look to expand and offer new services to our residents with things like the Frisbee golf, the event lawn. We're excited to have those, and it really is an exciting part of my job to work with council to make that happen.
That is so exciting to hear. What are you excited about for what's next to come?
So on this facility, excited, we're getting ready to start construction on an 18-hole Frisbee golf course, which would be the first one in the town. So we're excited to start that. We're also excited about finishing up the pavilion that's right behind us, because that will allow us to have some bigger concerts and events, because we'll have an event lawn that we can work off of. And then after this, we're ready to move on to what will be our next park, which is land that we bought on Buck Island, Simmonsville, right on the corner of Bluffton Parkway. And we're in the process, we're getting ready to go to the community right now to do that charrette and hear what they want in that park, and try to do the same thing out there, is to put together a quality park for our residents and put one in an area that has been needing a park for a long time. So excited for this one and ready to continue to provide for the next park for our community.
Well, Bluffton is a great place to live, and it sounds like it's just even going to get better. Mr. Steese, we thank you so much for joining us, and look forward to talking to you some more.
All right, thank y'all. Thank y'all for being here today.
And we're here with Fred Hamilton, Town of Bluffton Council, and Fred, it was a great day. A little chilly out here, but we had a good time inside. I was really impressed with how many people came out to see this.
So was I. It shows how important this might be and how much it has already touched the community that they want to come and celebrate such a great venue. Yes.
From the town council side, how did this come about?
Well, every opportunity we get to stop development, we take advantage of it. And this is an opportunity to make sure that it didn't get overdeveloped with just PUDs and houses and commercial. So we wanted to make it a community space, and it was easy decision to make.
And I use the word community a lot. I love that. That's one thing that I've been impressed with Bluffton since I moved to this area about 3 years ago. It's just how much there is a sense of community in Bluffton. What does that mean to you?
Well, as being a native of Bluffton, it has really touched me in a sense of saying opportunity to give back, to make sure that there's always something for the community, the youth, as well as the adult, to come and have a space that's free and a space that's inviting, and it gives back to the taxpayers who says we want to give back to Bluffton as well, and we show them that we'll be good stewards of their monies.
Absolutely. Mayor Teemer talked a little bit about some more things that are coming to this. What are you excited about seeing with this area as it grows?
Well, this is one of probably the biggest park we have, in having multiple uses like trails and place for kids to come and play and have fun, for adults to come for movie nights and entertainment or concerts. It brings Bluffton, probably all of Bluffton could come in one space, and this is great.
That is awesome to hear. It was a very good day, Mr. Hamilton. We thank you for stopping by, and we thank you for all the work you do for Bluffton. Thank you.
All right.
We're here with Dan Wood. Dan, we are just seeing how great this new Riverside Barn looks. Talk a little bit about what all it feels like to see this finally come together.
Well, I'm just proud of what the town of Bluffton has accomplished over the years, and as Mayor Selka mentioned a while ago, that our council is proactive. We love our youth. I used to say, if you want to know the success of your community, measure it by the average median age. So we want our young families here. I think we're about 38 is the average median age right now, and we love our retirees, but we want young people here and the kids. And I'm a grandfather, so I've used every single one of these parks, and I use them all the time.
Absolutely. I know, seeing from my parents, having the parks is huge for grandparents. It's just when the kids need something to do, they're always there. Talk a little bit about what it meant to see, like, just the crowd that came out today, like how great the community came out.
Well, again, the council recognized years ago that this area out here was growing leaps and bounds. And we knew that we needed to have something out here to accommodate the people out here. Well, this is our jewel, okay? We have great parks, but this is our jewel. And so as you've seen today, we can put about 200 people on the inside, let alone what we can do on the exterior out here. So we're just proud to be a part of having a great park system and trying to take care of our citizens.
Absolutely. So we talked about what has happened here. What are you excited about for what's coming next?
Wow. We're working on some bike paths and things like that are going to be tie into the overall grid here. We're a big walkable town in the Old Town area, and so we want to continue to pursue things like that. We want to keep reaching out to our universities because, again, we tie in with the youth factor, and we want to keep that here. So there's a lot of great things coming. And with communities and towns, sometimes it's very dynamic. And you don't know till somewhere down the road something pops up that's interesting. Let me just say this, though, to your point. We're about to become a medical mecca, okay? We have 2 hospitals going up in the Buckwalter area, as well as MUSC is there located also. I can't even begin to predict how that's going to transform our community. So I think, again, I'm excited about the future, especially the medical facilities coming. And that's going to offer a lot of job opportunity for our youth and our people.
Just so much is growing and changing in Bluffton. It's just been amazing to sit here and watch it. Mr. Wood, we appreciate you coming by and talking to us and look forward to seeing you.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.